The recent tensions between Iran and the United States have triggered a sudden military shift in the region. Reports say hundreds of American troops quietly evacuated, and the region is bracing for what could come next. According to a report by the New York Times, U.S. forces have been pulled out of Udeid Air Base, America's largest military installation in the Middle East. The report, citing anonymous Pentagon sources, also says personnel were withdrawn from Bahrain, home to the U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet. Udeid hosts roughly 10,000 troops and serves as a central hub for U.S. air operations across the region. While American forces remain stationed in Iraq, Syria, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and the United Arab Emirates, the repositioning is being viewed as a precaution. Tensions have surged over the possibility of U.S. strikes on Iran. Tehran has warned that if attacked, all American bases and assets in the region would become legitimate targets. In a letter to the UN Secretary General, Iran's mission said the United States would bear full responsibility for what it called unpredictable and uncontrolled consequences. The U.S. Central Command, which oversees operations across the Middle East, has not immediately commented on the reported withdrawals, but the timing is raising alarms. In a region already on edge, even defensive repositioning can send powerful signals. For now, Washington appears to be reducing exposure, even as the specter of escalation looms. The question now, precaution or prelude?
They better negotiate a fair deal.
Donald Trump issued a sharp new warning to Iran. Speaking to press at the White House, Trump was asked if he has any message for Iran and Iranian people. In response, Trump pressed for his usual sign a nuclear deal. Tehran's nuclear program is at the center of ongoing escalation, with both U.S. and Iran exchanging strong war rhetoric. Referring to last month's protests, he also accused the Iranian regime of slaughtering 32,000 people. He pointed out that the Ayatollahs stopped short of hanging protesters only due to his direct threat to bomb Iran if it proceeds with the executions. Trump further criticized Iran's human rights record and expressed sympathy for the Iranian people while speaking on the Supreme Court's ruling against his tariffs agenda.
Do you have any message to the Iranian people?
The Iranian people in Iran or
Yeah,
people here?
People in Iran.
They better negotiate a fair deal. They better negotiate. You know, the people of Iran are a lot different than the leaders of Iran. And it's very, very sad situation. But 32,000 people were killed over a relatively short period of time. They were going to hang 800, 2 weeks ago, hang, some by crane. They lift them up with a tall crane, and they play them around the square. They were going to hang 837 people. And I gave them the word, if you hang one person, even one person, that you're going to be hit right then and there. I wasn't waiting 2 weeks and negotiating. And they gave up the hanging. They didn't hang 837. Supposedly, they didn't hang anybody. But no, I feel very badly for the people of Iran. They've lived in hell.
Trump's comments come amid a significant U.S. military buildup in the region. America's largest aircraft carrier, USS Gerald R. Ford, entered the Western Mediterranean. Part of the massive U.S. military buildup in the region, it is said to be the U.S. Navy's newest and most capable nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. A first carrier strike group led by the USS Abraham Lincoln already arrived in the region in January, accompanied by several guided missile destroyers. Meanwhile, Trump ups the rhetoric as both U.S. and Iran held second round of nuclear talks, brokered by Oman in Geneva on February 17. The Iranian Foreign Ministry said that there was mutual understanding on several issues that could be included in a future agreement. Washington stated that the consultations went well, but Tehran is not yet ready to accept a number of positions outlined by the White House. Earlier, on February 20th, Trump said he was considering a limited military strike to pressure Iran into a deal, without giving further details. According to the Wall Street Journal, the potential operation would stop short of a full-scale assault that could trigger a major Iranian military response. Citing people familiar with the matter, the report says the initial strikes could occur within days if approved by Trump. The proposed targets would include several military or government sites. But Iran is also sending dangerous signals. With diplomacy continuing and military forces moving into position, the standoff between Washington and Tehran appears far from over.
The Middle East stands on the edge of a knife. As the United States continues a sweeping military buildup across the region, Iran is sending unmistakable signals. It is ready for war. Behind closed doors in Geneva, Iranian and U.S. negotiators sat across the table for 3.5 tense hours. Abbas Araghchi, Iran's top diplomat, spoke of guiding principles. But for the United States, there was no concession, no acknowledgement of the red lines set by President Donald Trump. Diplomacy, it seems, is teetering on the brink. According to a CNN report, the White House has been briefed. U.S. forces could be ready to strike by the weekend. Air and naval assets have surged into position in the Gulf, a shadow of war casting over the region. Meanwhile, Iran has been quietly but methodically preparing. Missile facilities shattered in last year's conflict with Israel are rising from the rubble. Satellite images of the Imam Ali missile base in Khorramabad show repairs underway. 3 structures rebuilt, others under construction. Launch silos, critical to Iran's ballistic capabilities, are being restored. At Tabriz Air Base, damaged runways and taxiways have been repaired. In the north, missile bases previously bombed are reopening. Even Hamadan Air Base in the west has been repaired, cratered runways filled, aircraft shelters reconstructed.